Hello everybody, welcome to juriscentral.com online classes for law exams. So today I will be discussing with you the solved law paper of UKPSC APO, the examination which is held in the year 2021. So like recently they have released their answer key. I have already discussed with you the answer key of GS paper and I have also told you the possible objections. So if you haven't found the video yet, I'll share the link in the description box below. And today I will be discussing with you the law paper of the same examination. And today I'm going to discuss with you a total number of 100 questions. So as far as the objections are concerned, I haven't found any question which you can put up for objection. But if I talk about GS paper, there are at least 4 to 5 questions which I found which you can actually challenge in the objection. So I'll also share the link in the description box below, like how you can challenge the questions, how you can put up your objections. And so with this note, let us start. So the first question is, which section of Criminal Procedure Code 1973 provides the right of arrested person to meet an advocate of his choice during interrogation? This is option number A, section 41D. Question number 2, how long a warrant of arrest shall remain in force? This is option number C, until executed or cancelled. Third, which section of CRPC provides that in every enquiry or trial the proceeding shall be continued from day to day until all the witnesses in attendance have been examined? This is option number B, section 309 CRPC. 4, under which section of CRPC any court may alter or add to any charge at any time before judgment is pronounced? This is option number D, section 216 of CRPC. 5th, which section of the CRPC provides that any court may at any stage of any enquiry, trial or other proceedings under this code summon any person as a witness? This is option number A, section 311. 6, which of the following combination is not correctly matched? This is option number B, recall of witness when charge altered. So this is not given under section 216. Then question number 7, section 9 clause 2 of the CRPC provides for option number B, every court of session shall be presided by a judge to be appointed by the High Court. Question number 8, section 43 of the CRPC provides that any private person may arrest any person who in his presence commits option number C, cognizable and non-bailable offence. Question number 9, which of the following section of the CRPC prohibit the male police officer from touching the person of a woman while making her arrest? This is option number D, proviso to section 46. Question number 10, under which section of CRPC not service of summon on government servant is provided? This is option number A, section 66. 11, the court of a metropolitan magistrate shall have the powers of the court of option number B, a chief judicial magistrate of the first class, a judicial magistrate of the first class. 12, an offence may be tried summarily if it is not punishable with an imprisonment for a term exceeding option number C, 2 years. 13, which of the following section of the CRPC provides for victim compensation scheme? This is option number B, section 357A. 14, who among the following is empowered to exercise power of revision under Criminal Procedure Code 1973? This is option number D, Court of Session and High Court. 15, section 429 of the CRPC provides for option number A, special powers of High Court or Court of Session regarding bail. Question number 16, which of the following section of CRPC provides that when any person is sentenced to death, the sentence shall direct that he be hanged by the neck till he is dead? This is option number D, section 354 clause 5. 17, discharge of offender and submission of apologies prescribed in CRPC under option number B, section 348. Question number 18, which of the following provision deals with appeals from orders under section 446 of CRPC? This is option number C, section 449. Question number 19, the provision of control with reference to judicial magistrate is dealt by option number C, section 15 of CRPC. Question number 20, public prosecutor under section 24 of the CRPC represents to option number D, state. 21, custody and arrest are option number C, different in respect of procedure. Question number 22. Under the Uttarakhand Police Act 2007, who among the following is empowered to create special crime investigation unit for police districts? Is option number A, state government. Question number 23. The responsibility to maintain a prosecution witness register about the witnesses appearing on the scheduled date of hearing rests with option number B, assistant public prosecutor. Question number 24. According to Uttarakhand Police Act 2007, what is the minimum rank of the officer in charge of a police station? This is option number D, Sub-Inspector of Police. 25. The overall control, direction and supervision of the police force of Uttarakhand is the liability of option number C, Director General of Police. Question number 26. Under the Uttarakhand Police Act 2007, who among the following has power of disposal of unclaimed movable property observing prescribed manner? This option number is Superintendent of Police. 27. What will be effect according to Criminal Procedure Code 1973 if a judge dies after writing judgment but before delivering it? This option number D. The judgment will be considered merely as an opinion. Question number 28. A is accused of theft on one occasion and of causing grievous hurt on another occasions. By applying section 218 of CRPC, which one of the following statement is correct? This option number A. A must be separately charged and separately tried for the theft and causing grievous hurt. Question number 29. If the conviction is set aside on appeal or otherwise, the bond executed under section 106 CRPC for keeping the peace on conviction shall become option number C, void. Question number 30. A public prosecutor can, this is all of this, read the police diary, consult the investigation officer and inspect the police record. 31. Uttarakhand Police Act 2007 was enacted in pursuance of this decision of the Supreme Court regarding the police reforms. This is option number C, Prakash Singh versus Union of India. 32. The minimum number of police stations permitted under a circle are option number A, 2. 33. Where a person intends to organize a procession on any road or convene a public meeting at a public place, such person is required to inform. This option number D, all of this, the officer in charge of the concerned police station, the district magistrate, the superintendent of police of the district. 34. According to section 23 clause 3 of the Uttarakhand Police Act 2007, a deputy superintendent of police may award the punishment to a police inspector on disciplinary grounds. This is option number C, reprimand or censure. 35. An officer in charge of a police station before whom information of any offence is given may investigate it without a court's order only if it's a cognizable offence. Option number B. 36. Provision to establish Uttarakhand State Police Complaint Authority for inquiry into the complaints against the police officers of the additional police superintendent and higher status to them inserted in the Uttarakhand Police Act by amendment of option number A, 2018. 37. Under the Uttarakhand Police Act 2007, who is empowered to frame rules for witness protection as a measure of human rights protection? This option number is state government. 38. Which chapter of Uttarakhand Police Act 2007 is related to the administration of police force? This is option number D, chapter 3. 39. Under the Uttarakhand Police Act 2007, a police officer is considered on duty for this option number B, always. Question number 40. The object of section 92 of the Indian Penal Code is option number A, protection to doctors and medical practitioners. 41. Sometimes a person himself doesn't commit an offence, he only aids another person. He is guilty of the offence. This is option number B, abatement. 42. A police officer tortures Z in order to induce Z to confess that he committed a crime. A is guilty of an offence under this option number C. This is section 330 of IPC. Question number 43. A makes an attempt to pick the pocket of Z by thrusting his hand into Z's pocket. A fails in the attempt in consequence of Z as having nothing in its pocket. A is guilty under option number D, section 511 of IPC. 44. A voluntarily burns a valuable security belonging to Z, intending to cause wrongful loss to Z. A has committed the offence of option number B, mischief. 45. Whenever force or violence is used by an unlawful assembly or by any member thereof in prosecution of the common object of such assembly, every member of such assembly is guilty of the offence of option number A, rioting. 46. Section 308 of Indian Penal Code relates to option number D, attempt to commit culpable homicide. 47. Age of minor for the offence of kidnapping from lawful guardianship should be option number C. This is under 16 years if male and under 18 years of age if a female. 48. Which provision of Indian Penal Code says nothing is an offence which is done by accident? This option number B, section 80. 49. How many kinds of hurt are designated as grievous under section 320 of Indian Penal Code? This option number D, 8. Question number 50. For the offence committed under section 376E of the Indian Penal Code 1860, the punishment shall be, this is option number D, life imprisonment or death. Question number 51. Which of the following offence under the IPC is an offence causing harm or damage to body, mind, reputation or property? This is option number C, cheating. 52. For an unlawful assembly, the minimum number of persons are recorded. Option number A, 5. 53. Robbery is dacoit, thief committed conjointly by option number B, 5 or more than 5 persons. 54. When the injury is intentional and sufficient to cause death in the ordinary course of nature, and as a consequence death has been caused, it is the offence of, this option number C, murder. 55. A has sufficient food but he doesn't give some of it to another person who is hungry, and because of hunger that another person dies, A is guilty of, this is option number A, no offence. 56. Electronic record under Indian Penal Code is defined in option number B, section 29A. 57. Which one of the following sections of the Indian Penal Code deals with vicarious liability in certain cases? This is option number C, section 154. 58. Under which section of IPC dishonest misappropriation of property has been defined? This is option number C, section 403. 59. In which case the court has held that sharing of common intention could be even at the place of occurrence? This is option number B, Mehboob Shah versus King Emperor. 60. Under which section of Indian Penal Code committing theft in dwelling house etc. is punishable? This is option number A, section 380. 61. A instigates B to murder D. B in pursuance of instigation stabs D. D recovers from wound. A is guilty of, this is option number C, abatement. Question number 62. A places men with firearms at the outlet of building and tells Z that they will fire at Z if he attempts to leave the building. A has committed the offence of, this option number A, wrongful confinement. Question number 63. Rioting while armed with deadly weapon is punishable under which section of Indian Penal Code? This option number D, section 148. 64. For committing criminal conspiracy, the minimum number of persons are required. This is option number C, 2. 65. What is not correct about this self-defense? This is option number B. Right to private defense is extended to causing death in the cause of defamation. In the case of defamation. Question number 66. Life imprisonment means imprisonment for option number A, whole life. 67. Section 498 of the IPC was enacted to, this option number D, none of this, because it is not enacted for the options which are given here, like meet the cases of child marriage, to meet the cases of dowry death, and to meet the case of sexual harassment. So section 498 actually deals with cruelty. 68. Under which section of the Indian Penal Code act done in pursuance of the judgment or order of the court is not an offence? This is option number D, section 78. 69. Nothing is an offence which is done by a person who at the time of doing it was of unsound mind, because option number A, he is unable of knowing the nature of the act. 70. A threatens to publish a defamatory libel concerning Z unless Z gives him money. He thus induces Z to give him money. A has committed the offence of option number B, extortion. 71. According to Criminal Amendment Act 2013, the right of private defense of the body extends to the voluntary causing of death or of any other harm to the assailant if the offence which occasions the exercise of the right is the act of option number C, acid attack cases. 72. Under which of the following provisions of the Indian Evidence Act 1872 the words when facts not otherwise relevant become relevant occurs? Is option number B, section 11. 73. By whom dying declaration should be recorded? This option number C, magistrate. 74. It was held in Bapu versus State of Maharashtra that dying declaration is relevant in both civil and criminal cases when cause of death is in question. Question number 75. What questions cannot be asked in examination in chief? This option number D, leading question. 76. A abets B to commit murder of C. B refused to do so. What will be the legal position? So in this case, option number D is liable for abatement of murder of C. Question number 77. Voluntarily throwing or attempting to throw acid is an offence punishable in Indian Penal Code under, this option number D, section 326B. Question number 78. A surgeon in good faith communicates to a patient his opinion that he cannot live. The patient dies in consequence of the shock. Determine the liability of A. So in this case, option number D, both B and C are correct. A is not guilty as he did it for the benefit of the person, and C, A is not guilty as he did not give any falsehood. 79. When an injured person is unable to speak, then he can make dying declarations by signs. Was held in this option number A, Queen versus Abdullah. 80. Under which section of the Indian Evidence Act DNA test is admissible in evidence? Is option number D, section 45. 81. In which of the following case constitutional validity of section 27 of the Indian Evidence Act was challenged on the basis of being violative of Article 20 clause 3 of the Constitution? This is option number A, State of Bombay versus Kathikalu. Question number 82. Under the Indian Evidence Act, the photograph of a building is option number B, a secondary evidence. 83. The case of Palvinder Kaur versus State of Punjab is related to which of the following? This is option number D, estoppel. 84. Which of the following section of the Indian Evidence Act provides for the admissibility of the secondary evidence? This is option number D, section 65. 85. Which of the following is not a public document? This is option number A, post-mortem report. 86. In which case was it held that tape recorded conversation is relevant under section 6, 7 and 8 of the Indian Evidence Act? This is option number B, R.M. Malkhani versus State of Maharashtra. 87. Which one of the following is a leading case on estoppel? This is option number B, Sharat Chandra Dev versus Gopal Chandra Saha. Question number 88. According to which section of the Indian Evidence Act the contents of electronic record can be proved? This is option number C, section 65B. 89. A is charged with travelling without ticket in railway. The burden of proving that he had purchased ticket is option number A, on accused A. 19. Which of the following court passed a judgment in the case of Pakal Narayan Swamy versus Emperor? This is option number B, Privy Council. 91. Which of the following facts doesn't find mention as showing existence of state of mind or a bodily feeling under section 14 of the Indian Evidence Act? This is option number D, motive. 92. Under which section of the Indian Evidence Act presumption as to abatement of suicide by a married woman may be found? This is option number C, section 113A. 93. Which is not a kind of evidence? Is option number A, read evidence. Question number 94. Under which section of the Indian Evidence Act provision regarding right to refresh memory has been proved? This is option number C, section 159. 95. Which evidence has more value in case of date of birth? This is option number B, school certificate as public document. 96. Which of the following section of the Indian Evidence Act is not related to the criminal matter? This is option number A, section 23. Then question number 97. Under which section of the CRPC the term public prosecutor has been defined? This is option number D, section 2, clause U. 98. Under Indian Evidence Act 1872, which confession is not admissible? This is option number B, confession in police custody. 99. Which of the following section of the Indian Evidence Act defines public documents? This is option number C, section 74. And the last question, presumption as to electronic records and electronic signatures is provided under which section of the Indian Evidence Act? This is option number D, section 85B. So here comes the analysis. If I analyze the entire law paper, so I haven't found this very much difficult. The questions were actually, again I would say moderate to easy level. Easy to moderate level. And one more thing about, if I compare this with the GS paper, yes, GS paper was very much different. Actually, if I talk about the previous year questions of UKPSC APO, GS paper is always different in comparison to the previous year or the coming years. So I found the questions very difficult this time. And if I talk about law paper, it was not very difficult and people can solve it. So this is my analysis, and I have already discussed with you the entire questions, and I haven't found any objection as such, so that you can challenge. And also people, if you like this session, do not forget to give a like, share, subscribe to the channel. So till we meet the next time, thank you and have a nice day.